The odd piece is confusing, dramatic, and brilliant. With impressive set pieces and an emotional through line and conclusion, the quest itself is yet another in the long line of incredible narrative quests, this time looking to the past to set up for our upcoming journey to Tau, and both answer questions and create far more about our past. The voice cast did an incredible job, the operator's voice actor, in my case Heron, especially so, capturing the emotions of the character in the most harrowing moments. This voice acting and writing is helped by the operator and drifter redesign. Look at them. My operator is a proper baby now. This is a huge upgrade and looks genuinely good. Hopefully now, less players will feel like they have to keep the hood up to hide their previously ugly mug. On this, thank you DE for finally separating face shapes from body shapes, and degendering the Bishamo armour. As always, I'm singing the praises of the soundtrack, with it being a huge factor in bringing the narrative and impactful set pieces together. Those brilliant set pieces form the final bosses of the Perita Rebellion game mode, where you have 12 minutes to complete as many orders as you can, before your trauma emerges. The time limit definitely rewards movement speed and DPS above all else, with completing as many missions as possible being the priority, giving you more loot and power with each one. It's a change from the usual mission structure, even if the 3 Perita Rebellion missions do all share the same mission structure, just with different trauma bosses and resource rewards. I really loved exploring the Academy and the quest, and hoped we might be able to return there in the missions, but the battlefield is certainly not disappointing to see in its place. The tile set really encourages and plays nicely with fast movement, including significant vertical travel. These grapple points are a nice addition, even if slightly pointless outside of destroying enemy ships by bashing your head into them, given the operator already has a void sling for mobility. I didn't find the Steel Path version to be all that difficult, but it certainly does make it more challenging to get a high number of orders completed. The main difference for me was just how tanky the Dactylist boss is, which is mostly just annoying, although far from prelate levels of tanky. I'm not sure how to feel about the new Tauron strikes, since I honestly haven't found myself using them much in missions. It's cool, and based on the focus tree, pretty damn powerful once maxed out. If I were less of a casual player, I would have already maxed it out, but that's life for you. Having to kill enemies charged up is a good way to balance having an unusually powerful attack in my opinion, and got me to put focus lenses on more than the Sarin primer I used to farm focus and ESO. And now for a mushroom break. Given that my last Warframe video was a whole half a year ago, there's some stuff I missed in that time. Namely, the Valis Undermined. Going back to Fortuna and the Orb Valis, the new Mushroom Cave missions are standard fare, repurposing objectives from standard Orb Valis bounties, but fun all the same. The various mushrooms don't serve much purpose outside of this area, but are a neat gimmick. Nightcap is a delightfully endearing character, with a sweet and tragic backstory that was a joy to uncover, while Nef Anyo is perfectly punchable. Nightcap's friend, Noko, is a delightfully whimsical Warframe. With solid synergy between his abilities, I found great joy in annihilating entire rooms of enemies with my silly little spore balls, and having support and being essentially immortal on top of that are just mad. If anything, I find that Noko's abilities are kinda too powerful, leading me to neglect my weapons and having a bit of a repetitive time of it, but that's kinda a me problem. I also missed out on the Teacher quest, which finally teaches new players the basics of modding after over a decade, and properly introduces Teshin to new players. His appearing in the Natar quest without prior introduction outside of Conclave, which no one plays, always bugged me. I'm happy to see it even if it's very not aimed at me. Returning to the old piece, on the Drifter side, I love the Devil's Triad. I find the trio to be deeply endearing and their conversations both full of character and a more philosophical side to Warframe lore. I was going to leave what I had to say on them there, but having progressed further in the chats, I'd like to make note of the care that went into them, not just with regards to writing the characters themselves, and why I feel are solid depictions of disability and mental health issues, but also with how chats handle content warnings, allowing the player to skip potentially triggering conversations without penalisation. Ro's promise of getting Lloyd to go speak to the Entrati family is a very good motivator to play the Descendia game mode, alongside the lore fragments given after each completed descent. The mode is a fun, varied, and self-contained journey, which fits right in as another weekly challenge. I'm always a fan of roguelike games, and this scratches that itch for me. Uriel, the Warframe that arrived with this update, is absurdly powerful, able to nuke entire areas of the map with his fall. The sheer power of his fall is balanced by having it charge up via interacting with the summons that come with his passive, each of which basically act like an ability in and of themselves, and synergize with Uriel's first 3 abilities. I love the detail of having his base health be 666, moderate bulk that can be healed alongside his companions using his 2. I've had great fun using Uriel's 1 to fly around the map, and the damaging aura it grants is a fun bonus. He is an absolute joy to play as, and I expect him to be one of my regular DPS frames as time goes on. I hope you liked hearing me yap. Please like and subscribe and let me know your thoughts about this update in the comments below. And if you like Warframe, you might be interested in my video about its predecessor, Dark Sector. And with all that said, see you around.